Jamie Oliver will appear on the Graham Norton Show this Friday, promoting his new book Together, Memorable Meals Made Easy. The TV chef will be joined by stars such as Stanley Tucci, talking about his book My Life Through Food, Dame Joan Collins, celebrating her extraordinary life and career in a new BBC retrospective. Jamie is well known for his passion for healthy food, and for also owning his own chain of restaurants. He attempted to use his reputation to secure a big gig at Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's wedding. Speaking on Channel 4's Sunday Brunch in December 2018, the chef said he wrote to the couple saying he would sort the food and bring the best of British and American chefs together for their grand nuptials at Windsor Castle. Jamie, appearing as a guest on the show, then shrugged his shoulders and added, "I would have done it for free. I like a bit of a moment. I would have got all the American gang over, we've got all the British dudes. It would have been the best brigade of kitchen ever." His fellow guests sympathised, with Emilia Fox calling it a massive missed opportunity. Host Tim Lovejoy said, "I imagine they have all their chefs at Buckingham Palace doing it." Jamie then replied, "They are very slick at protocol and getting those gigs done, so we probably were a bit renegade." The 600 guests at Harry and Meghan TM's wedding were in fact served seasonal British classics made by a team of 30 staff. Led by the Queen TM's chef Mark Flanagan, the team sourced fresh ingredients from the home counties and lands associated with the Queen like Windsor. But Mr Flanagan kept tight-lipped over exactly what he was serving. Before the wedding, he said, "The day of the wedding has fallen very kindly for us. All the British vegetables are just coming into season. And that's been a point of focus for us. We know the couple wanted us to make sure we used all of the local seasonal produce as much as possible throughout their menu, and this recent good weather is really helping us to achieve that. For all their decisions, we purely made suggestions and the couple. They've tasted everything, they've been involved in every detail. We are using produce off Her Majesty's estates and that features very much." Jamie has opened up recently on how he managed to lose weight with a new lifestyle. The TV star managed to shed 2 stone, and spoke to RadioTimes about how he did it. He said, "I pushed meat down, pushed veggie up, got more sleep and more movement. As well as snacking on healthy nuts, Jamie reduced his meat intake. He also reduced his alcohol intake. He added, your average Brit drinks booze. I'm not telling you what to do, but my rhythm now is only to drink at the weekend." Daniel Martin, a makeup artist and friend of Meghan, offered royal fans a glimpse of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's family life. The insider believes Meghan and Prince Harry have found the perfect balance with their 2 children Archie Harrison and Lilibet Lily Diana. He told People Royals, "They are loving life as a family of 4. They've struck a rhythm as a foursome." Meghan and Prince Harry welcomed their first child in May 2019, 1 year after they tied the knot at St George's Chapel in Windsor. As the Duke and Duchess's son was born while they were still senior royals, he was introduced to the world with a photo call held in St George's Hall inside the Queen's Berkshire Castle. Archie also took part in the Sussex's tour of South Africa, during which he met Archbishop Desmond Tutu. The child travelled across the pond with his parents for an announced 6-week break from royal duties in mid-November 2019, and has not returned to the UK since. Lily was born in June this year, more than 1 year after Meghan and Harry officially stepped down as senior royals. The baby was born at a Santa Barbara hospital, as announced by the Sussexes through their organisation Archewell. The Duke and Duchess have yet to release a picture of their daughter to the public. But they have provided a few updates about her over the past few months. In September, during the Sussexes' first ever public trip together to New York, a reporter asked the Duchess how her daughter was doing. While visiting the One World Trade Center, Meghan simply said, "She's beautiful." Appearing on the Ellen DeGeneres show, the Duchess said, "She is a good sleeper, But the teeth are coming in, so any mom will understand where you go. They may be the best in the world, but the moment that is happening you have so much sympathy, so yes, I am up most of the night. Meghan also opened up on how the Sussexes had spent Halloween. She said, "We wanted to do something fun for the kids and then the kids were not into it at all. Archie was a dinosaur for maybe 5 minutes. Still not even 5 minutes, Harry talked him into putting the head on. But Lilibet was a skunk, and it was so cute. She was the flower from Bambi." Meghan and Harry have taken part in more in-person events after their parental leave ended in late summer. In recent months, they traveled twice to New York to advocate for issues they deeply care about, including paid parental leave and vaccine equity. While they were happy to work on matters close to their heart, Mr. Martin said Meghan and Harry also couldn't wait to get home to be reunited with their beloved children. He added, "It's about finding that work-life balance now, which ties into Meghan lobbying for parental paid leave. They're experiencing it themselves. They know it affects everyone in the family." Public is a group that campaigns for the monarchy to be abolished and the Queen to be replaced by an elected, democratic head of state. On Wednesday, the group claimed the monarchy costs taxpayers more than $345 million. This claim referred to a report previously published by Republic itself in the summer of 2017 with the aim of uncovering hidden costs of the Crown. The group tweeted, "The royals claim to cost very little. The truth is that they cost us more than 345 meters a year, enough to pay for 13,000 new nurses or police officers. And no, they don't pay for themselves from the Crown estate." End the monarchy. A few monarchists and pro-republic supporters expressed their clashing views on the claim made by the organization. Twitter user @OrStout replied to the post saying, "As I've said before, 345 meters is not very much money actually. So you're saying, even assuming they bring nothing back with that money, that they only use up around 0.04% of the annual budget? What's your evidence that an elected head of state, upkeep of historic palaces would cost less in your republic?" Social media user @IC4Medium replied saying, "The Republic would open up all historic palaces to tourists all year round. Also the Republic would keep the income from the duchies." Another supporter of republicanism, @Michelle Winniff, wrote, "Plus the Queen always gets an annual rise, in line with costs unlike most pensioners." This user referred to the Sovereign Grant Act 2011, which stipulates the cash amount the Queen receives cannot be less than that she received the previous year. A pro-monarchy Twitter user, @Jimbo79A, commented on Republic's tweet saying, "This is lying on a similar scale. And as long as you repeat it, I will point you out." In its tweet, Republic referred to the 345 meters summit calculated in 2017 by adding to the sovereign grant, which 4 years ago amounted to 76.1 meters, other estimated expenses made by royals and the Crown, including the costs of security, the costs of Lord Lieutenants, and the costs covered by local councils for royal visits. With the passing of the years, some of these figures indicated by Republic in its report have changed. For example, the sovereign grant for the financial year 2020-2021 amounted to 85.9 meters. The breakdown of the costs of the monarchy included by Republic also included the annuity for the Duke of Edinburgh, which, following his death in April this year, should no longer be taken into account in future estimates. In its report, the group said it is difficult to know exactly how much impact the monarchy has on taxpayers, as some costs are either kept secret, such as the cost of security, or recorded in the accounts of individual trusts, local councils and government departments, or simply ignored. It also conceded some of the costs we include are based on some assumptions and estimates that are not easy to verify. Asked to comment on Republic's claims, Buckingham Palace told Express.co.uk the security of the royal family is not a matter it discusses but, rather, is a matter for the Met Police. The palace also said to refer to the financial report being released every year and available on the royal family's website. The latest Royal Financial Report published earlier this year shows the total sovereign grant for 2020-2021, including the dedicated amount for resurfacing Buckingham Palace, amounted to 85.9 metres, up almost £3 million from the 2019-2020 grant. In its report, the palace said this latest sum is equivalent to 1.29 per person in the UK. The core grant itself, which funds official travel, property maintenance and the operating costs of the Queen TMS household, amounts to 51.5 metres, while the rest has been allocated to the refurbishing works at the royal residence in London. The financial report released at the end of every fiscal year by Buckingham Palace shows a breakdown of the expenditure, including payroll costs, property maintenance, travel, utilities, housekeeping and hospitality. The sovereign grant replaced the civil list in April 2012 and, as explained by Buckingham Palace, the Queen's official expenditure is met from public funds in exchange for the surrender by Her Majesty of the revenue from the Crown estate. The core sovereign grant is calculated based on 15% of the income account net surplus of the Crown estate for the financial year 2 years previous.